From stuck to standing ovation, my first dance ministry performance. My name is Ruth, and I help women in their 30s and 40s plus get unstuck. So let me tell you, when I was a little girl, Christian, Haitian household, born in America, you know, Black American culture, right? All around me. But everybody was dancing, but I couldn't dance because, in our culture, I guess dancing is like always connected to something bad and evil. So they were just like, no, when I was in the club, he was dancing. So they grew us up. When you're a child, you're very easily influenced or heavily influenced by your parents. You love them, you want to make them proud. So I was like, dancing is bad and all of that. So when I got older and I wanted to like dance, like I always like kind of feel like I freeze up and I couldn't think of anything. And finally, like I wanted to like join the praise dance ministry. I mean, I've been in my church for 14 years and the desire came. I've probably been wanting to dance for about a good 6 or 7 years. And I just every time I was about to do it, like I would like really like that was the one I was like, that's the very last thing. So I really accomplished a lot today. It was the last minute. I'll do that dead last. And I mean, I became a minister. I've been on a choir for about almost 4 years. And that was the thing I wanted to do is dance. I wear a lot of hats, but it's so fun. So now I get up and I go to the first of all, I sit in the practice, right? Because we're always doing the moves on the choir stand, like trying to keep up with the choir. But it's like you're never going to get all the moves by just looking at them. You have to be involved. So anyway, we doing our own little moves. So I'm like, I'm used to people like seeing me move and stuff like that. Me and they make fun of me and Natasha, who's on my choir member and friend. And it's just it's endless to want to dance and praise God. So I get up and I just was walking to the back of the church one day and it was like, you've been in our practice before. It was just a joke. And I was like, is this how y'all recruit everybody? Yeah. I'm like, I never went to one practice. And I'm like, they was like, yeah, you was there. I think I was there for something else, like the mother child dance that they had back in the day. And so I was like, yeah, yeah, this how y'all recruiting? All right, I'm joining, right? I was like, anything, if y'all say anything, I'm gonna say boo to me, I'm joining, right? So I sit in the rehearsal and I was like, oh, this is crazy. Like I didn't know how to spin, I didn't know how to twirl, I didn't know how to do anything. While I've been on this journey, I believe March, April, I gotta go check. And I've been coming to practice consistently. I missed just a few, but they were always doing a different dance. So it was like now it's all of a sudden like the dance is this week. I'm like, oh my gosh. Like right after the wedding, I'm like, I was supposed to be working on it, working on it, working on it. But because of the wedding, I just couldn't like it. I needed every spare minute and moment. But now I know how to focus on something. That's great. So now I was like, all right, I'm going to focus my attention to do this. Then everything popped up. I had this. I had to go housewarming. I had to get my daughter's hair, all this stuff. I was like, I'm going to get it knocked out. I had to do mountains of laundry. And one day my back's now hurting, everything. And I was like doing it, but I was getting like blanking out because now I was dancing with nobody around me. I had these limitations. I'm like, I don't know what. Go ahead. I wanted to go. I had these what's going on? Water is in the car. We got to go home to get the water, right? Go play. When you ready, when you really, really, okay, go to the bathroom. It's right there. I'll come right back. Hopefully he can go to the bathroom. Oh my gosh. So anyway, I was doing it, but I was getting blank spots. Like I kept blanking out what was going on. And I was just like, I don't know if I'm gonna remember everything. Now my memory's playing with me. And I don't it was just a lot going on. But I pushed through the blank spots and it started to click. But the thing is, I know the steps, but I just never knew like the order. Like they're they're really advanced, so they do it out of order. And I didn't like they're Juilliard level dancers. Oh my gosh, I think some of them went to Juilliard. Okay, they're amazing, and there's all different ranges in there, but they all can pick up stuff quick. And I'm like, fight for my life. So, but I was persistent. I kept going. And so this morning when we came in and I just nailed it the last hour or two. And right before I got there, I got it. I did it right throughout, and I remember it, and I was like, "All right, I got this." So now I finally did it. So now I'm facing this moment, like the what now moment, where I'm just like, what do I do now after this success? I mean, I did the wedding is over, the dance is over, but I would just felt so like God was opening up blessings, and God was helping me like to see the progress in the season of waiting and the season of anticipation and the season of like putting in like the fourth quarter effort to get this stuff done, and for it to be back to back like this was so beautiful. And it just shifted my identity. I'm like, I'm now a dancer at the church. I did amazing. The He was like yesterday, he was like, you gotta have it tight and right. Oh, that means I was not doing that well. He was like, by now, right? But he's like, you did an excellent job. You did a great job. Okay. Maybe not excellent, but a great job today. All right. And I was going hard. I could feel myself ministering to and just like, wow, like just being so dramatic, like as the top ones are. So I'm very proud of myself for that. Like, and it just unfortunately my husband was able to make it. He was sick, and I was just like, it was kind of trying to mess with my mind, that last ditch effort that the enemy tries to do, like to make you like, oh well, that's why nobody's here to see you, this and that. My daughters were here to see my yeah two of my daughters were here to see me, and I was just like, even if it's just me alone, sometimes you got to take the win by yourself. Even if it's just me alone, God sees me. I worked very hard. The church saw me. Everybody was proud of me. They were just like, whatever. And then when she was preaching, it's like sometimes you just gotta just you in that season of God blessing you, and you can't just tell everybody what God is doing because they don't want to see you. They don't always want to see you win. You think you're showing people like, oh my gosh, look, I got married. Look at my picture, this and that and the third, and then it feels like you're bragging to them. It's just like, you know what? The vibe I'm getting, if somebody don't ask me for pictures, I'm not giving it to you because maybe they're going through their own thing. Maybe they have a rough day. Maybe they want to get married or whatever, or maybe they just don't care for me. But I'm not going to let that stop my joy. I'm not going to let that stop my peace. I'm going to keep on moving. I worked very, very hard for this. I could have worked harder, more disciplined, like practice this every day, but I just never knew how. Like, once you get in the moment, in the experience, you start to see your own process. It wasn't until like I knew the parts, but it wasn't until I found my own system, and I'm like, slap, up, shoulder, shoulder. I had a sing songy thing. I learned through like song. That's how I really learned, like bop, 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 dot, 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 dot. So I connected the words and the song to the movements. Bam. That's when I got it. This morning is when I got it because I did my own process. So I'm very super proud of me for just making it my own. And then you got to think about yourself. Like, I know I did it, so you can do it as well. So, what is it in your life that you could take a little step forward? So I know when I was started, I felt restricted. I felt like they were moving too fast. I couldn't even look at him do the dance because it was just going so fast. I was just like, I can't see nothing what you're doing. I remember real estate. I'm like, what? They were like, yeah, do the contract. I'm like, I don't know nothing about this contract. They're like, never mind, give it back. And I'm like, now I'm just doing it in my sleep. Like, so you go from restriction to practice, you go from practice to breakthrough. And you just got to keep on working on it, keep on breaking it down until you can break it down into bite sized pieces. Not until I did that, not until I went through the rough stuff and the things that where I was getting tripped up on. Then I try to do it by myself, and I'm like, wait, I don't know how to do it by myself. I gotta go from memory from top to bottom, and then I would stop. I'm taping myself the whole time to know where I stopped, and maybe I'm gonna play the tape back or whatever. But it all helped to make me feel the pressure of it and then actually get to the performance. So now I know the next dance, what I got to do, what my process looks like, and how I make it happen because I just couldn't, like, that's why I kept having resistance and frustration because I just couldn't, like, I couldn't even really watch them on there. It was just going, it was just a lot because you're not getting it. You're not doing, so one thing about dance, if you're not doing it as well, like doing it while they're doing it, you're not going to get it. Thinking about it and looking at it is totally different. What is it that you're dreaming about and planning, and you just keep on looking at it, and you just keep on thinking about it, but you're not doing it. While you're in the motion, you got to get in motion. Once you're getting in motion, then you will start to see progress. Then it starts to work out. The muscle memory starts to kick in. Then you're starting to get the result that you're looking for. So I want you to name your rhythm. What is your beat that you're going to? What is it, that small step that you could take to hit your goal so you can get unstuck? For me, it was sitting in the first practice, and then it was trying the first step and the first move. And then I just kept trying and trying to the point where, like, I had back pain last night, like the last minute. Back pain, anxiety, had to run to the bathroom, shoulder pain, everything. There's going to be trouble and turbulence. You got to push through it, but you'll get through it. So I'll see you guys on the next video. Comment below what's your next step, and I will see you guys on the other side. Make sure you subscribe if you're interested. If these are videos that you are interested in and you want to talk more about this, if you want to get unstuck, if you want to grow. All right, thank you. Bye.